Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakadash, the honor to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, and citations to Allah, my dead pushing His truth and all truth and sincerity diligently throughout the four corners. I'm the brothers from Armagh, from GMS Miami. Alright, coming to you, Akim. Okay, with another quick lesson through Spirit Power, YAHAWASHI. Lord's will, this lesson be quick, edifying, and straight to the point. It serves as a comfort to the body, man. All right. The title of this lesson is going to be "There is Power in the Name." Okay. And the inspiration behind this lesson is due to this morning I was watching the PSA that the brother YAHAWAH Bar from the main camp in New York made about his channel being back after appeal. All right, and towards the end, he mentioned, the testimonial of the brother. I forget who's not. He's not in Great Millstone, but he follows the doctrine of Great Millstone, who was delivered from a certain predicament he was in. All right, when some assailants came to his home, looking for the individual's brother. Couldn't find the brother, and they took him instead, and took him all over the city. Hour and a half outside the city, was ready to put him, send him back to the father. But they went through his phone, and they kept playing the name YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakadash, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakadash, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. They kept playing the name of the Lord over and over, and one of the assailants asked him, "Well, the things that you're saying, what does it mean?" All right, and the individual proceeded to tell the assailants that that's the true name of the Lord and Savior and the Heavenly Father, and that he just teaches the Bible. He's not down with whatever his brother be on. And through Spirit Power, YAHAWASHI, the Lord delivered said individual from that predicament. Okay, now I watched that video, and when the brother mentioned it, I was like, yeah, there is power in the name YAHAWASHI. And last night during fellowship, all right, we did a class read. We went through Daniel's third chapter. All right, and when you go into Daniel's third chapter, what was the scenario about, man? Scenario was the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Okay, forget the Hebrew name. I believe it's Ananias, Azarias, and Mishael. All right, being princes of Judah, if I'm not mistaken, being princes of Yasharal, let's put it like that, because I forget what tribe they was from. And you got to a certain point, Nebuchadnezzar wanted the inhabitants to bow down to the image that he erected. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused to bow the knee and do reverence and worship Nebuchadnezzar's idol. All right, and Nebuchadnezzar basically threw them in the fire, and they were kept and delivered. And the only reason why, all right, now in that passage, it doesn't say that they called on the name of the Lord, but when you go to the Song of the Three Holy Children, it tell you that they went into the fire, giving praises to the Lord, and calling on the name of the Lord. All right, and the Lord kept them. So there is power in the name, and I'm one who always likes to say this whenever I mention scenarios of deliverance, of healing, and things like that, and using the name of the Lord. I like to mention that we've all, who's in the belief of YAHAWASHI, who believes and truly calls on YAHAWASHI, we all have experienced, all right, at least once in our walk, how calling on the name of YAHAWASHI delivered us from certain scenarios, all right, or kept us, man, how we were kept. Okay, so with that being said, Now I'd like to go straight into it. All right, this is the book of Philippians 2 and 9. All right. And again, Lord's word is edifying. It says, wherefore God hath, you know what, let's start up, because this is talking about YAHAWASHI. Okay. Just to show you, just to prove a point real quick. This is Philippians 2, and I'll start at 5. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Hamashiach YAHAWASHI, who being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God, but made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men. Speaking of YAHAWASHI, how he had great power, all right, but instead of manifesting his great power to usurp the throne, so to say, or throw himself on a throne, or elevate himself to the point of being king at that moment, all right, he refrained himself, man. He humbled himself. He did obedience to the Heavenly Father. All right, he came as a man. Okay, and all right, and because we do have records where YAHAWASHI said, "Can I not call down 12 legions of angels and things of that nature, man?" Okay, so YAHAWASHI had the power. Of course, he was healing people. All right, but he didn't basically try to get a throne at the moment. He waited. All right, and that's what this is going into. Okay, verse 8, and being formed in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. Wherefore the Most High, wherefore Yahweh, hath highly exalted him and given him a name which is above every name. So YAHAWASHI has a name above every name, man. Okay? Of course, it's not over Yahweh's name, because Yahweh, he is. Okay? He is. Okay? That, with somebody with a name like he is, that just tells you what he is already, bro. He is. He's God. All right? He is the supreme being. Okay? YAHAWASHI is second up there, man. All right? So, when you call on Yahweh and YAHAWASHI in belief and in strength and in faith, marvelous things happen, man. Miraculous things happen. Okay? All right? For the glorification of the name of YAHAWASHI. All right? Let's go to the book of Acts real quick. Let's go to Acts. Because when you go to Acts 3, I'll just read the whole scenario. This is the book of Acts 3 and 1. It says, now Peter and John went up together into the temple at the hour of prayer, being the 9th hour, and a certain man lame from his mother's womb was carried, whom they laid daily at the gate of the temple, which is called Beautiful, to ask alms of them that entered into the temple. Who, seeing Peter and John about to go into the temple, asked an alms. And Peter, fastening his eyes upon him with John, said, look on us. All right, so the lame man saw Peter and John going into the temple at the time of prayer. All right, he asked Peter and John, he was like, can you spare some change? Basically, that's basically what he said. All right, and this is the response of Peter. He said, look on us. Basically, like, look at us, bro. All right. Verse 5, and he gave heed unto them, expecting to receive something of them. So the lame man, when Peter said, look at us, bro, the lame man thought he was going to get something. Verse 6, then Peter said, silver and gold have I not. Peter was like, look at us, man. Look at him. Silver and gold, I don't got that. I'm broke. In a roundabout way. You're not saying that he said he's broke, but he said he don't got that. Okay? But such I have, I give I thee. Peter said, I don't got gold and silver, but what I got, I could give you. All right, I give it to you, actually. Now I give it to you. And then Peter proceeded to say what? In the name of YAHAWASHI HaMashiach of Nazareth, rise up and walk. So Peter basically said, look, man, gold and silver I don't got. All right, but what I got, I could give it to you, man. In the name of YAHAWASHI, get up and walk. Use your legs, man. All right? And what happened? Verse 7. And he took him by the right hand and lifted him up, and immediately his feet and his ankle bones received strength. Immediately. All right? Immediately. Once Peter took the right hand of the lame man, after saying in the name of YAHAWASHI, rise up and walk, the lame man's lower frame, frame from like, because, someone who can't walk and is lame is basically from like the hips down, man. Okay, from the hips down, their dead is like it's dead. They can't use it. The nerves is not working. All right, the mechanical functions of the lower body are not working. Okay, but once Peter said in the name of YAHAWASHI, rise up and walk, and touch him, grabbed him with his hand, held on to the lame man right hand with his hand. All right, his feet. All right, the lame man's feet and ankle bones received strength, man. Meaning it was able to, it activated. All right, his nerves worked again. All right, the whatever signals that were not going from the brain to the feet were now being able to be sent from the brain to the feet again. All right, if you want to put it in a technical scientific term, man. All right, but this was done through the Spirit. Okay. All right, in the name of who? Yahawashi Hamashiach of Nazareth. All right, BAHASHAM Yahawashi. All right, and he leaping stood up and walked and entered with them into the temple, walking and leaping and praising God. So the lame man who was once lame now was not lame again. This man was leaping, man. You know what leaping is? Leaping is like jumping, man. Okay? And I could already, sometimes you got to vision it. You could vision this man jumping, man, because the fact that he was never able to jump, because the scriptures say he was lame from his mother's womb, man. That means from birth, okay, from birth. Inside his mom, if back then they had ultrasounds, and the lame man's mother went to go to get an ultrasound, the doctor would have seen the legs and were like, I don't think your son's gonna be able to use your legs from the womb, from when he was in the belly. His legs were obsolete. They were not working. All right. And one of the main things, children or people when they come out the womb and they're children and they first start using their legs, what do they do, man? Okay, they crawl. After they crawl, they walk. After they walk, they run. After they run, they start jumping, man. They start jumping, right? So this lame man, he wasn't able to do that from his birth. So I could picture him after receiving the strength in his feet, through the name of YAHAWASHI. I could picture this man jumping like, yo, whoop, like just jumping and giving praise. God, Lord, I got my legs, bro. I got my legs. I could see it, bro. All right. Verse 9. And all the people saw him walking and praising God. And they knew that it was him, and they knew that it was he, which sat which sat 4 arms at the beautiful gate of the temple. And they were filled with wonder and amazement at that which had happened unto him. Okay. Now I'm gonna jump down. Let me see. I think I gotta go to chapter 4. Let's see. Yep. Jumping down to 4, because after the people marveled at it, all right, they Peter and John, began to talk to the people and basically reprove the people, and basically was getting on them like, yo, y'all don't look at me and John like we the ones who had the power to do that. Nah, man. All right, then he started breaking it down. You feel me? About Yahawashi, how Yahawashi came, he was of the Father, and how he did wonderful miracles, and how he got to the point where, it was to the point where the people crucified him, and Peter basically exposed him. He was like, That's the one which y'all crucified, the Prince of Peace, man. Okay? And then, going on to chapter 4, verse 10. But be it known unto you all that to all the people of Israel, and to all the people of Israel, Salaki, that by the name of Yahawashi HaMashiach of Nazareth, whom ye crucified, whom the Most High raised from the dead, even by him doth this man stand here whole before you. All right? So Peter basically told him straight up, man, this is how this man is able to stand whole, by the name of YAHAWASHI, man. Just like that was the case of how Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was able to be delivered from the fire, which, Lord's will, I'm going to get that account real quick. By the name of YAHAWASHI, man. At the time, it was Yahweh. All right? And, okay? That's how, the brother was delivered from the situation that he was in by the names of YAHAWASHI, man. All right? That's how the apostles were delivered out of the scenario during 9/11, man, by the names of YAHAWASHI, man. Okay? And that's how the brothers in Texas was delivered, man. When the dude came up with the firearm and cocked it back and while the brothers was on the line, by the name of YAHAWASHI, man. Okay, and there's different scenarios, man. All right, of brothers being healed, different infirmities that was on brothers, completely vanished, completely gone, man. By the name of YAHAWASHI, through the power of YAHAWASHI, man. Okay, different scenarios where brothers were in jail, being falsely accused, man. Okay, in trusting in the name of YAHAWASHI, delivered. Going through baby mama troubles, man. All right, trusting in the name of YAHAWASHI, delivered. There's power in the name of YAHAWASHI, man. Okay, and if you don't believe that, then guess what, man? Hey, man, you won't be defended in that day, man, because you faint in the heart, man. You don't believe. You're not a full assurity, man. You see, the thing is, being in this truth, man, and believing in the name of YAHAWASHI, you have to be fully persuaded, man. You have to be fully confident in that, man. You can't have no lackadaisical, 1 minute I do believe, but the next minute I don't think. Nah, man, even when your worst situation pop up, you have to believe always, all the time, man. Okay, no matter if the situation is a high-stress situation, you still got to trust and believe in the Lord. Was not King David in high-stress situations, being chased around the whole freaking town at that time, region, by King Saul to get put to death? That's a high-stress situation. You can't go nowhere, man. This man is the king of the land. You don't know where he has people set out to spy out for you, man. You can't really go nowhere. Everywhere you go, you got to look over your shoulder, man. That's a high stress situation. But did King David fold? Did he stop calling on the name of the Lord? No, he called on the name of the Lord the more. The more, man. He trusted in the Lord the more, and was delivered from that situation, from several situations, man. Okay. Reading on in Acts 4:11, this is the stone which was set at naught of the builders, which has become the head of the corner. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. There is no other name under heaven given whereby we must be saved, and that name is YAHAWASHI. That is the name for us to call on to get delivered, and we believe that through faith, man. Okay, one can say that, oh, that's not the name, it's Yahuwah, is whatever. All right, cool. That's what you believe. We believe that the name of the Lord is YAHAWASHI. And we've been calling on the name of YAHAWASHI. And we've been seeing the works that the name of YAHAWASHI hath wrought. So we're going to stick to call on the name of YAHAWASHI by Hashem Kodash. All right? And you call on what you're going to call on. All right? And in that day, when all hell breaks loose, the Lord is going to show the whole world who is his chosen, who was calling on him in truth and sincerity, man. All right? The Lord is going to separate everybody, man. Those that are of his and that were calling upon him in truth and sincerity and that believed on him, we're going to get delivered by the name of YAHAWASHI, as we have been, man. Okay? Now, that's it on this. I mentioned the situation in Daniel, so let's go there real quick. And it's, let's go up a little bit more to see what the case of the situation was. So I'm gonna start over here from 16. So just a rough gist. You brothers can read the chapter yourself. Uh, Rough gist. Again, I explained that Nebuchadnezzar erected that golden statue idol of him that he wanted everybody to worship and bow to at a certain time of the day, where the music was playing, the cornets, the sapbutts, the psalteries, the music would play, and then that would tell the people, the inhabitants of the land, all right, it's time to bow to the image. But Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego was not on that bitch, all right? Which I'm pretty sure Daniel was not on that shit either. You know what I'm saying? But in this particular incident, these three men were pointed out, okay? Because when you go up, the child, it tells you that certain of the Chaldeans went to the king and said, the Jews don't bow down to you. And then they pointed Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego out single-handedly, all right? So verse 16. King Nebuchadnezzar actually spoke to him too, and basically inquired of it, like, yo, I heard you're not bowing to my image. If the music come on and you bow to my image, then well with you. If not, then I'm gonna throw you in the fire. All right, and this was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego response, verse 16. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. All right. If it be so, our power whom we serve, you see, our power whom we serve. So there it is. All right, they already basically acknowledge the Heavenly Father, man, and His only begotten. All right, it says, if it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace. All right, and He will deliver us out of thine hand, O King. Okay, so they were confident in that. You see the tone of the conversation. All right, they were confident in that. Our power, man, whom we serve. Okay, He gonna deliver us from this fiery furnace, man. What you trying to throw us into, man? He gonna deliver us out of your hands, nigga. Verse 18. But if He doesn't, be it known unto you, King. Let this be known unto you, Nebuchadnezzar, that we will not serve thy gods nor worship the golden image which you set up. And if the Lord don't deliver us, we still not gonna bow down to your image, nigga. All right. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, meaning his countenance. His countenance basically didn't favor Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego anymore. All right. Therefore, he spake and commanded that they should heat up the furnace 7 times more than it won't be heated. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their horsens, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, the furnace in the furnace exceedingly hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spake, and said unto his counselors, did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, true, O king. He answered and said, lo, I see 4 men loose walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. And the form of the 4th is like the Son of Man, Son of God. Verse 26. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near the mouth of the burning fiery furnace, and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth, all right, of the midst of the fire. And the princes and governors and captains and the king's counselors being gathered together, saw these men upon whose body the fire had no power, nor was in hair of their head singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. So they were not harmed by the fire. All right, and the Chaldeans were astonished by it, man. They were wooed. They were like, what the fuck? You feel me? At that point, if there was a camera recording them and it was a rated PG-13 program, they would have been like, what the beep? You know? Because they were all wooed, man. All right? Because why? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were not touched by the fire, man. And there was 3 men bound and thrown into the fire, and they were in the fire walking about with one extra person, and that extra person had the appearance of the Son of God, man. The Lord came through for them, man, because they believed. Okay? Now I got a quick precept for that verse, and then we're gonna jump to the songs of the 3 holy children, and I'm gonna close out. We're in Isaiah 43 real quick. All right, Isaiah 43:1, it says, but now thus saith the Lord Yahweh that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not. So the Lord Yahweh, BAHASHAM, that created us, that formed us, that made us, is telling us not to fear. This is a straight commandment from the Lord. Okay? This is a straight commandment from the Lord. Fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. All right? So the Lord told us, man, he called us by our name, man. He's our God. For us not to fear, man. He's going to deliver us. He's going to keep us. But we have to trust and believe in the name of YAHAWASHI, because there is power in the names of Yahweh BAHASHAM. Okay? Now I'm going to go to Song of the 3 Holy Children and close out. I think it's called the Prayer of Azariah here. Let's see. Yep. The Prayer of Azariah is the song of the 3 holy children. All right. So let me confirm that. Bear with me. It's my Wi-Fi. Nope. All right, bear with me, brothers. Yeah, Salaki, I had to go confirm that was the same book. Did a quick Google search. But the Prayer of Azariah, all right, it says, and they walked in the midst of the fire, praising God, praising Yahweh, BAHASHAM, and blessing the Lord, man. So they was walking into the midst of the fire, all right, imagine that, man. See the mindset that the men of the Lord had, man. See what mindset that we must have, man, in these days and in the days that are coming. Because again, at least you believe in the name of the Lord in all truth and sincerity, man, with the utmost faith. You're not going to be kept in those days, man. Okay? And I pray and beg and hope that Yahweh Shai, continue to keep his spirit upon not only myself and my household, but, you brethren in your households, the apostles in their households, you sisters in your households, and everybody who sincerely call on the name of the Lord, man. So that way we may be, the Lord may find us worthy and we be delivered in those days, man. By the name of Yahweh Shai, by the power of Yahweh Shai, all right? Okay? So reading on, then Azariah stood up and blessed Shilaki and prayed on this manner and opened his mouth in the midst of the fire, saying, blessed art thou, O Lord, power of our fathers. And who's the power of Lord, power of Azariah's fathers? All right, he was a Hebrew. All right, Azarias, Ananias, and Mishael were Hebrews, man. So who is the God of their fathers, man? All right, Yahweh BAHASHAM Shai. And their fathers are what? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. Okay? Blessed art thou, O Lord, power of our fathers. Thy name is worthy to be praised and glorified forevermore. For thou art righteous in all the things that thou hast done unto us. Yea, true are all thy works. Thy ways are right, and all thy judgments true. Okay? And he continued to pray, man. All right? And they continued to call on the name of the Lord. And they were delivered. Okay? So, hey, with that, Lord, with this lesson was edifying. All right? I want to give again all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to Allah, give my dear pushing this truth and all truth and sincerity diligently throughout the four corners, all right? There is power in the name of YAHWASHI. Shalom.